All right, y'all, so my truck's broke down again. This time it's the starter. So I gotta fix my starter. So I'm about to go into here now, see what I'm dealing with, because I have to change it myself. I had to pay $509 for the starter. I got it from International Truck Parts. The reason I got it from there and paid the extra bread, I know what y'all thinking, you know, like, why didn't I get it cheaper? Well, when I was trying to find it from like AutoZone and different parts stores, it was like so specific. You had to get it down to like how many liters the engine is and all this other kind of stuff. So it was just too much. So I was able to call International Truck Parts, give them my VIN number, and they were actually able to zero in on the one that I needed. So I'm here now. Now I had to pay $500, but I'm gonna do it myself, and that's where it's gonna make up for the money that I had to spend for the starter. So I'm gonna get under here, see what I'm dealing with, and we'll see what happens. But just want everybody to know, this is a 2015 Durastar 4300 International box truck. So that's a 2015 International 4300 Durastar. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So I got my starter fixed. As y'all can see, I couldn't get under there because it was too tight. You know what I mean? I mean, as tall guys, we do have limitations. You know, the diesel mechanic I had called was a mobile diesel mechanic, and he came and he did it. He charged me $175 to come out, and then he also charged me $130, you know, to get started. So at the beginning, that was like $300. I think it was like $308, and then he did 2.5 hours worth of work. The reason that it took so long was because the bolts that they had were like them round bolts with the round head on them, where you gotta like put a like a special type of key inside of it so that you could turn it, and it was stripped out, man. It was the original starter that came with, you know, when they put the engine in for this box truck. So it was like rotted out, and it was just hell, man, trying to get the thing off. You know, so he ended up charging me $336 for the like actual labor. So all together, like what I spent on everything, it came out to be like $1,100. Now I know what y'all thinking, like, what the hell? But it was just like, when I tried to like track down the starter was like, they had like different ones, and nobody had the starter that I needed. And when you know, I went to International, they had the exact starter that I needed for this truck, and if it was the right one, and you know, I just had to go with that, and that was $475. So I was gonna try to do it, you know, and save my money. I was gonna try to do it myself, but I couldn't get in there because it was you know, it was real tight underneath of there. And then the tools that he used to actually get and crack the bolts, it was like, I know that I didn't have those tools. And for me to even like walk it all down and do everything, just the sheer time that it would have took for me to get everything done, I just went on and just, you know, just paid, you know what I mean, just to get it done. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I gotta stay moving, and this would have kept me here a lot longer than I would have wanted to be here today, you know, just trying to figure it out, because it's my first time doing everything. I mean, he had to pull off the front. It looked like it was burnt up or something back here. He had to do a lot of work to get that starter out, you know what I mean? So, you know, I definitely wouldn't have wanted to do all of that. I mean, he had to take off, you know, he had this hood up. He had my hood up, you know what I'm saying? He was all under there. He took off, you know, all of that. You know, he took all of that off, and then he had to take everything down from there. And I just was like, man, I wouldn't have wanted to do that. So it was pricey. So I was going to do a couple of loads, you know, to make it back. But just for the convenience of the whole thing, then I gotta say that it was money well spent. You know, you gotta roll with the punches, of course. You know, when you're starting any new business, you know, you want to go with the cheaper option all the time, but sometimes you're just gonna have to bite the bullet and charge it to the game. You know what I mean? But let's see how it sounds. I'm gonna start it up, let y'all see. All right, so let's start it up and let's see what we got. See that? And it wasn't even like whining like it was before. It wasn't even doing none of that. So, you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to y'all for, you know, rocking with the channel. Give me a thumbs up, man. You know, turn me on to other people that might want to get into the box truck business. I'm here to show you everything there is, you know, with the whole box truck business. As a brother who's just getting into business, and now I'm like literally like 8 days away from my 6 months. So, I mean, you pretty much seen how it was up to this point, and we'll see how it keeps going. I know that in the beginning, it's always gonna be setbacks, but you just gotta roll with the punches, man, and keep on going. You know, failure is not an option at this point. So, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all, and thank y'all for subscribing to the channel, man. The ones that did. With that being said, man, I'm gonna see y'all on the other side on the next video.